Hello, good morning, everyone. From past few days, we had a lot of debates in our classroom about the caste system. I've seen many people have a lot of misconceptions about the caste system. The caste system that we see today is actually not the reality. That has been imposed on us. But if you see in the ancient India, we had a concept of Varna system, but not the caste system. For those people who are already aware, you can skip the video. But if you guys really want to dig in and know the reality how the Varna system turned into caste system, you should continue watching this video. In every community in India, we have this system. I belong to Punjabi community. There also we have this system. If you go to South India, North India, wherever you go, you see this system. Now, the caste system means that we see, that means upper caste discriminate the lower caste. That's what we see. There is untouchability. There is like you don't want to mingle with these people. That's what is the concept that we see in caste system today. Now, every concept that it started with a reason, and then it got manipulated and turned out to be something very absurd and odd. So let me tell you how the Varna system came into practice. The first information of the Varna system we come to know, we get the information from Mahabharata. When Krishna was giving Upadesh, the Gita Upadesh to Arjuna, in that he mentioned about the Varna system. He says that I have divided the society into 4 Varnas. Okay. Now, when you say Varnas, it is not the caste that we see today. Let me tell you how it works. In a family, there are 4 children. The eldest one, for example, is very brainy, very intelligent, and he's very studious, and whatever he learns very fast. His applications are very good, and he's kind of studious, like a geek, we could say. Yeah. Other child is okay with his brain, but not that studious, but he's cunning, he's wise, he can manage very easily. The other child is not that brainy, but he's physically very rugged. His immune system is very good, and he's very strong, I would say. Yeah, he's very athletic. He has a very good, I could say, cylindrical body. So a rugged guy. So that's the third child. And for example, one child is not that brainy, nor his body is that strong, and he may be kind of a little weak. So if you see in the nature, in the jungle, the concept goes as the survival of the fittest. It means if among your children, your babies, if any baby is weak or unable to walk as soon as possible or run as soon as possible, the baby is doomed to die. If you see in many animal kingdom, suppose there's a cat. If the cat sees the baby is weak, the cat will eat it, or some other animal will eventually kill that baby. But we are humans, okay, and we don't actually work according to the nature. We work according to our human ethics. We have humanity. So if we see, and now also if you see many children who are mentally challenged, handicapped, or they have some kind of problem, the parents don't kill the child. They just take care of them. That's how it is. But if the same thing was applicable in the jungle, the baby would have died. So the last child also deserves to stay in the society. So the Varna system gives opportunity to every child to do something according to their quality. So in that family, the child who is quite brainy, bright with his intelligence, becomes Brahmin. Brahmin means he is good with books, with writing, reading, mathematics, science. He's very good with his brain, so he's studious, so he becomes Brahmin. The one who is very strong with his body, yeah, but not that brainy, for example, but he's very strong. He can fight, he can protect. So that child enters into the race of Kshatriya. Kshatriya means now he's a warrior. So he's using his expertise according to his quality in the field of battle. So he becomes Kshatriya. The one who has intelligence, he can understand, but he's not that studious. His mind is not towards the study, but his mind is towards money, towards gold, silver, buying, selling. So he becomes Vaishya. So he becomes the businessman. And the third child, as I said, he's not that brainy and he's not that strong physically also. And as a human being, we cannot let the child die. So they choose some other profession where too much brain is not required and too much physical strength is not required. So he can do something according to that. For example, he can do the work of a blacksmith, cobbler. He can do all sort of work like cleaning, so that he can also get his importance in the society. Yeah. So when the Varna system was made according to your quality, not according to the family you were born. So it means the four children born in the same family can be Brahmin, can be Vaishya, can be Kshatriya, and can be Shudra. So your Varna was not decided in which family you are born. It was decided as per your quality. It means the same four children born in the family of a Brahmin father can be a Brahmin, can be a Vaishya, can be Kshatriya, or can be Shudra. It doesn't matter. Now, the problem started when people stopped focusing on the quality of the person but only focusing on the birth of the child. Suppose if I'm Brahmin, my son, though he's not brainy, he becomes Brahmin. That's the problem. So the Varna system turned into something really bizarre and people started following wrong practices. Don't you think if a child, today also the modern, if you see the Western education system, they're focusing on the same area. If you're brainy, go for studies. If you're athletic, go for defense. If you have little good knowledge of finance, go for accountancy, finance, business. And if you're not having any of these qualities, but still you need survival, you can do something of a job of a carpenter, of a blacksmith. I'm not saying these jobs are less important. No, I'm not saying that. But everybody needs a chance to live in society. So every job is important. So when you see the caste system or the Varna system, for example, we see it like the Brahmin comes at the top and the Shudra come at the bottom. We read it this way. There's a problem. It's not a vertical system. It's not a hierarchy system. It's a horizontal system. All the four Varnas are in the same line. Nobody is less important and nobody is more important. It's just because the Brahmin is written first, we think he is first. And just because Shudra is written in the last, we think it is the least important thing or the least important person. It's not like that. For example, if I'm writing four names, one name will automatically come first and one name will automatically come in the end. That's how it is. So just because it is written this way, we think that the Brahmin comes first and the Shudras come last. It's absolutely wrong. Imagine a society where there is no knowledge, no intelligence, it will fall for sure. And that's what is happening right now. Imagine a society where nobody wants to do the cleaning job or any hardcore job, society will fall. That's what is happening right now. How can I say that head is more important and hands are not important? How can I say hands are very important and legs are not important? My entire body is important, no matter what. If I tell you to sacrifice one part of your body, which part of body would you like to sacrifice? None of the body part. So the Varna system is actually the entire body. Entire body. No part is least important. But the problem started where people threw out this system and adopted a different system. For example, if I'm a Brahmin and I'm very studious, maybe because of my own intelligence, when I see my child, I am forcing my child to be Brahmin because I know I am good in it. I can give all the qualities to my son, even if he doesn't belong there. That's the force I'm giving there. Yeah. There is a person who's Kshatriya, who's a very good warrior. He wants his son to be the warrior because he wants his aspirations to be completed by his son. That's not happening. All these wrong concepts come here. If I am a Shudra and I'm very good in any job, for example, I'm good in a carpenter job or blacksmith or a cobbler, and I have a son, I see my son to do that so that he can take over my business. That's not how it works. Everything got spoiled because people got fixation towards their job and they don't want to leave that job. Rather, they want their next generation also to do that job. That's how the Varna system got completely shattered because our own human aspirations, our greed, a beautiful system that was made for survival, who made everybody should get equal importance, got completely corrupted. Now, there's one more problem happened when outsiders saw the system and they completely misunderstood it. So when they came here, when they saw the system, they could not understand it. Why? Because India was an advanced civilization and these people were coming from a place where there was no civilization at all. 200 years ago, if you see London, it was completely covered with crap, dirt, streets were completely filthy. That's what it was. So that's why they had to come from their country to some other country in search of things. Why we did not go anywhere. The person who's content, satisfied will not go to others' house and knock their doors. The people who were dissatisfied, who were struggling, who did not know how to survive, they only go and approach other people. Yeah. So let me tell you what happened when they came here and saw this system. I'll give an example. Just connect with today. Suppose I am a cleaner. I am cleaning road. I'm cleaning the gutter or whatever job I'm doing. Okay. And I'm completely covered with filth, dirt. Yeah. That's my job I'm doing. And I'm coming and knocking on your door. And I say, please give me a glass of water. Or let me come inside and sit on your sofa. Will you let me come inside and sit on your sofa? Will you? No. You know the person is covered with filth. He's dirty, with all dirt on his body. Forget about that. If I am a mechanic and my clothes are completely shabby, covered with diesel, grease, the dirt of the engine, you won't let me sit on your sofa because that will make your sofa dirty. So exactly same thing happened during that time. The people who were doing the cleaning jobs, especially the gutter or whatever they were cleaning, they were dirty, they were unhygienic. So the people knew it is going to create some kind of problem for them. It will create infection, it will create some kind of problem. So they had a different system for this. They had different plates, different glasses for them. So whenever any person who's a cleaner or sweeper used to come to their house, they used to give them a different glass, a different plate, not because it was untouchability. It was because they understood the person who is dirty, covered with filth, and there was no system of sterilization. It could cause the family members some kind of infection, some kind of disease. It was an understanding between both the people. Yeah. But when an outsider saw that, they thought this is some kind of discrimination. No, it was not discrimination. It's a very common sense. If I am covered with filth, I'm dirty, I will not enter your house because your house will be dirty. My job is to clean the entire society. How can I make your house dirty? So this concept was on the basis of understanding. There's a person who's pretty weak, but he also got a space in the society. He can live there. He can do his livelihood by doing the work that is called cleaning. Otherwise, the person will not survive. Understanding what I'm saying here? Very common sense. But when the outsiders saw this, they totally misunderstood that and they said, oh my God, that's called discrimination. How is it? Today also we do the same thing. If I'm cleaning the gutter and knock on your door, you will also behave the same with me. And now we know that how infection spreads, how diseases spread. Our country was so advanced that we already knew that this could cause infection. And those people from those countries, they had no clue, they had no hygiene concept, and they came here and they misunderstood this concept. So the Varna system had a reason, a beautiful reason of survival, of importance, and everybody should get equal opportunity to survive and do something and thrive. rather just depending on somebody to beg and eat. That gives the person dignity, respect. But it got manipulated. It got corrupted. And today, what we're seeing a caste system. And that is only and only because of those outsiders, those invaders who could not understand the beautiful concept of Varna system. So if you understood this, if you got the idea how it started and where it has reached now, you understood that there are many things involved in this corruption. One is human desire, not understanding the actual system. That's the problem. We are seeing our world from someone else's point of view. That's the problem. So now, how it is impacting our society today, let me tell you. Today, the work is not allocated on the basis of the quality of the person. It is on the basis of your aspiration. For example, if I am a 6 feet tall guy, a muscular guy, a strong guy, and if a very short guy of 4 feet, not that strength, if he gives me orders, how will I feel? Just imagine. Will it not hurt my ego? Will I not feel bad that this guy, whom I can just slap and make him fall on the ground, is ordering me? That's what is happening right now. Right now, the work allocation is not on the basis of your physical quality, your mental quality, but on the basis of certain exams. That's it. But that time, it was very different. If I want to be a soldier, if I want to be in defense, I have to be very good in my physique. I have to prove my mettle. Only then I will go and stand there. So now you understood that right now why the society is suffering, why we are not seeing right people on the right position. It is only because we have forgotten the Varna system and we have been following something else. The caste system that we see today, yes, there is a lot of problems. There are a lot of problems. Because now we believe that a person born in a particular family belongs to that caste. For example, if I am a Pandit, my son will become Pandit. If I am a soldier, my son should become a soldier. If I'm a businessman, my son should become a businessman, though he has any interest in that or not. But that time, if I'm a businessman, and if my son is very strong, he will go and become Kshatriya. If I am a Kshatriya and my son is very brainy, very intelligent, he's very good in studies, he will become a Brahmin. Yeah. And if my son is not that strong, he's weak, he's not that good in studies also, there's a high chance that he will do something with his life and he will do something like a carpenter job, for example, plumber job or something to do with his ability. That's how it is. So we call them Shudras. So the untouchability started with the concept of hygiene that turned into something else. All this manipulation have made our society crippled. So that was the concept of Varna system that Krishna was talking about in Gita. And today we are doing completely opposite. So what do you think about this video? If you like it, comment, share, and subscribe also. Have a wonderful day. Be united. We all are Indians.